What's up, guys? We got another first place winner of the pod here. What is your name and what did you win with?
My name's Alec Featherston and I won with Synchro.
Synchro. So a deck that's pretty much disappeared off the face of the earth of Edison format, and he's here to revitalize it, which is really good, cool. I like that. And he was able to win this playmat that he's now using, which is the Yggdrasil one-of-a-kind playmat. So how do you feel right now?
I feel good. You know, I crapped out of the main tournament, and then coming back and actually winning feels good.
Yeah.
It validates my deck just a little bit.
What's your record in the main tournament?
In the main tournament, I just went like a 1-2 drop.
1-2 drop?
Yeah. I won the first one, then I lost the next two, and I was like, I could keep going, but I'd rather do the side events.
Yeah, side event warrior right here. What were your matchups throughout the whole tournament pod?
The pod tournament, geez, my brain is already like forgetting. The first matchup that I played was against
Blackwings.
Yes, it was Blackwings. That's right. First matchup was Blackwings, and that was 2-1. He won the first one, and then I won the next two.
How did you win it? Did you set it in decree and stuff like that, or did you grind them out?
My like sideboard strategy is just like all stuff to turn off their back row and roll oppression. So I play like Dust Tornadoes and
Capstone?
And My Body's Shield. Because My Body's Shield, it's both a pitch spell for Summoner Monk, and it also like lets you proactively play through because as long as you can get off like a Rescue Cat, you get 2 air bombs. The only thing that really fucks that up is a Bottomless or a Torrential. So like My Body just like pushes you through that.
Yeah, you can also stop like Royal Oppression, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it stops Royal Oppression after the sideboard games, which is like the other most important thing.
Yeah, very cool. And what was your other matchups? Blackwings.
The next one was Hero Frog.
Okay.
And that one was another 2-1. I won the first one, he won the second one, and I won the third one.
Yeah.
And that one, my sideboard strategy for Hero Frog was just like I have played a ton of Graveyard Hate. I main deck 2DD Crow, and then I have Kaiku, and I have Soul Release. So my goal is just to like keep my opponent off their heroes and their frogs, and it ended up working out well enough.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've teched out against frogs and Blackwings, and Bayou by main decking the Soul Release, and the rationale for that.
Oh, the Soul Release. No, Soul Release is inside. The DD Crows are in the main.
I thought you main decked the Soul Release, that you can pitch it off a Summoner Monk. Yeah. Okay. And then the last round was Chainwing Rhinos.
Well, the last round was it's a crazy deck. You should profile him even though he didn't win the just because it's fun. He was playing like I don't know, you know the YouTube channel like Zuxid?
Yeah.
He did a video on that deck, and his was like his own unique take.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like a beatdown deck that played like Accumulated Fortune, Jar of Greed, Legacy of Yada, a bunch of like draw spells, and then just normal traps and yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a cool deck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool deck.
But you were able to win it all. So let's go into the deck profile now.
Yeah. All right. So I guess first thing we've got triple Airbellum. He's the tuner that makes everything work. He's the other really important thing about it is he rips cards out of your opponent's hands when he deals direct damage. So that's the main way that you're trying to like set up to win the game, is just like get a big turnoff where you get 1 or 2 attacks with this, and then your opponent's just like so behind on cards that they have trouble catching up. And then we've got Rescue Cat that searches the 2 Airbellums, and then you have Summoner Monk. The monk gets the cat. And he's a spellcaster, which lets you go into one of your best extra deck monsters. And then Sengen just searches these 2 cards, depending on if you have a spell or not. You might want to get the cat instead, but a lot of the times you want to get the monk because he sets up like a more explosive turn. We got 3 Gravekeeper Spy and 1 Gravekeeper's Descendant. Some people I've seen people playing Cat have been cutting these and just been playing Raikou Hamster. I can see that. I still like the Spy though, because like it walls out some things that Hamster doesn't, like Sirocco, and it also is more proactive. Like if you flip up a Hamster, what is it? Like you just get a set Raikou, right? And then like you're not like this. You flip it up and you can immediately pop something. So it's more aggressive. So I like the fact that it's more aggressive than Hamster. But I do play 1 Hamster, and then I play 2 Raikou. This deck is not like a big like self-mill deck. It's not like Value where you have like these payoff cards for milling. I play Chaos Sorcerer and Pot of Avarice, but like I don't care that much about milling myself. So 2 Raikou is just like you need the Raikou as a target for Rescue Cat because it's a level 2 beast. So then you can go Xavier Heirloom Raikou to make like a level 5 Synchro.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan.
Yeah, and we got 3 Caius.
Nice.
Caius is good, not that complicated.
Yeah.
Card Trooper. I just like Card Trooper because I think it just gets over like pretty much everything. Like, you know, it gets over Shura, it gets over Stratos, like it gets over Hamster, and then they have a Raikou and they flip it, you know. It's just a really good card.
3+1 basically.
Yeah. Gores, 2 Cyber Dragon. This lets you go into level 5 Synchros with Airbellum, and it lets you just instantly use your Caius. You just kind of need the extra tempo in this deck. This deck, if you look, it has like a lot of flip monsters, so like sometimes you just like fall behind. Your opponent sets a Raikou, and then you're like, "Fuck, I lose," because I don't have a way to get ahead. So Cyber Dragon helps with that. Chaos Sorcerer, have plenty of lights and darks. Dark Arm Dragon. Yeah, I kind of go back and forth on whether this should be in the deck. Sometimes it wins me the game, and sometimes it just breaks in my hand.
Yeah, sits your head doing nothing.
Yeah, because this deck isn't like Vayu. Like Vayu has like Armageddon Knight and like Dark Refer to like proactively put darks in the grave.
Yeah.
With this deck, you kind of have to wait around a little bit, so that kind of sucks. But I do play 2 DD Crow in the main to help facilitate Dark Arm. This can help you set it up a little faster. And it's just like, I don't know. I think DD Crow is a relatively safe like main deck inclusion. Like pretty much every deck has something it hits.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for monsters.
How many monsters is that? Was that 20 something?
I think it's 24.
24, okay.
24 monsters, yeah.
No Gores, no Trag?
No, I have Gorse.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I have Gorse.
No Trag.
No Trag, yeah.
Okay.
I thought about playing Trag, but I don't know. 1 Instant Fusion. Some people have played like 3 of this card. I kept playtesting it and I really like it, but the thing is that like it's one of those cards that doesn't do anything unless you have another card, right?
It's a combo card.
So yeah, it's a combo card. So I never want to draw 2. Every time I draw 2, I feel miserable. So I feel like just 1 is like the perfect number. And then I have the Reaper on the Nightmare for that. Let's see, 2 Pot of Avarice. I would play 3 Pot of Avarice if I wasn't playing the Dark Arm Dragon, but the Dark Arm and the Pot kind of conflict with each other a little bit. So I think
Pot
2 is
and
good.
the Dark Arm conflict?
Yeah.
You ever found that you had more darks to put back? Like sometimes you want to modulate so you can.
It's true, yeah. Sometimes they don't conflict with each other, and sometimes they do. Yeah, it just kind of depends on the situation. Yeah, sometimes this card actually makes your Dark Arm live, but like, I don't know. It's like awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward.
So,
yeah.
Sometimes you like some Dark Arm and you want to pop some stuff, and you just have this pot in your hand. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll wait 2 more turns to use it. And then I guess more stapley stuff. Mind Con, Brain Con. Have tuners, so Mind Control is really good. Spell Trap removal, we've got Heavy Storm, MST, and then Cold Wave. Cold Wave is really good in this deck because Monk is like your main combo play, and like he goes off with that with just a monster effect activation. You also have the Cyber Dragons, so like it's pretty easy to like go off without having to use a Spell Trap in this deck.
Nice.
And then 1 Allure, just play a bunch of darks.
Have you thought about playing Giant Trunade in your main deck?
I've tried it. I've tried playing like all these with Giant Trunade. I just find that like then I end up losing to frogs too much. Yeah, I end up losing to frogs too much because like I just end up drawing too much Spell Trap removal. But I would consider siding Giant Trunade. But I don't know. When I'm siding Spell Trap hate, I prefer to like be able to like destroy stuff like Black Whirlwind or like Royal Oppression. Giant Trunade back the Royal Oppression, like sometimes it's good because your opponent like falls behind, but sometimes it's not good enough.
I like Giant Trunade because you can pair that off with the Airbellum and then rip that card out of their hand.
That's true. Yeah. That can work.
But I don't know if you thought about it to that extent.
I'd think about trying it sometime.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I've got 1 Smashing and 1 Book of Moon. Like Book of Moon is just like a super versatile card, but at the same time, like it's always good if you have follow-up, right? Like you book their thing and then you have another creature to run over what you booked. That book is always amazing in that situation, but if you have a book and then like you don't have follow-up, it's just like a -1 and you feel bad. So I think 1 Book of Moon is good, and then Smashing Ground. is just like you need to play enough spells for Monk because like you need to think of like the statistics of like what are the odds that I open Monk with a spell card.
Yeah.
So you just need to like inflate your spell counts, and that's why I play Smashing Ground. It kind of takes the place of like a card like Deep Prison, but just like as a spell.
Yeah. But Stardust can dodge Smashing Ground.
It's true. Yeah, this deck does have a bit of a hard time with Stardust sometimes because. Yeah, you'll see in my. I don't play Deep Prisons. I just play Bottomless, Torrential, Trap Dust Shoot. So pretty much all my removal is actually like weak to Stardust. So it can be kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not possible. You do have Caius.
I do have Caius, yeah, and I have Brain Control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can beat over it with a Synchro or something. So it's not impossible.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, these
40 cards?
don't really. Yep, 40 cards.
Sweet. I like that number. Yeah. Let's go to your side deck or extra.
We can do the. Let's do the extra.
Yeah.
It's really quick. This is just for instant fusion. Reaper. The reason I play Reaper over other instant fusion targets is because it lets you make Dark End Dragon with Airbellum.
Okay, very nice.
And then Chimera Tech, just for Cyber Dragons. And then just going through like level wise, I've got Magical Android and Catastor. It's the 2 good level 5s. I've got 6s, Rio and Goya. These don't come out that often unless you mind control something. 7s are the ones you make the most. So Arcanite Magician is like the big reason you play the Spies. And you can make it off Summoner Monk as well. It like lets you pop 2 cards on the field, and it's got 2400 attack until you remove the spell counter. So mostly you just summon it to just like pop. But having that utility is pretty nice. Herbellum, just like another good 7, can rip cards out of your hand. Black Rose, and then 3 8s. I've got Colossal, Thought Ruler, and Stardust. I wish I had room for another 8, but I really want to make sure that I play Mistworm.
Yeah.
Mistworm is really good because like you can like Monk and then get a Cat and then Cat grab X-Saber, Airbellum, and Raikou, and then that's 9 right there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And you can do that same thing off of like, yeah, this is Matt.
That was so fucking hard fought, man. These guys are fucking good.
What is your side deck?
Yeah, my side deck. 2 Kaiku. This is like my favorite card in the sideboard. Like, it's good against Frogs and it's good against Vayu. It's not good against Blackwings, but like, just like it hits those 2 matchups really well.
Yeah.
1 Thunder King. I haven't sided this in yet. It's theoretically it's for Machina and it's for what is it? Dragon Turbo.
Yeah. Do you side the 1 because you can get off a Summoner Monk, or because you hope to just draw into it?
Yeah, I just hope to draw into it. I would play extras. It's just like, you know, finding room in your side deck's hard.
Yeah.
1 Book of Moon. This is for if like. I don't know. It's hard. Like, this is really good against Blackwings, first of all.
Yeah.
It lets you fight through their Kalutes. And then it's also just good if your opponent is bringing like Royal Decrees or something. Like you play against like Lightsworn or something, and they play Royal Decree. That's really nice. I don't know. This card puts in work. It's hard to describe, but like it comes in matchups where I don't expect it to.
Yeah.
You can like book a Dupe Frog, and then get over Dupe Block.
Yeah.
2 My Bodies. This card's beautiful. I love it. They put in so much work. I bought it yesterday. I didn't play it. I played in the little tournament they did last shout out to Diego, he won the whole thing.
Yeah, the Dusty tournament.
The Dusty tournament, yeah. I didn't play it there, but I bought the card later and put it in, and like, yeah. It helps you fight through, you know, Roll Oppression and just like Bottomless, Torrential, Mirror Force. It's just really good. Smashing Ground, just like another one. It's just good generic, like, it's good against Titanial, Machina Fortress, like stuff like that. Soul Release for Frogs and Lightsworns usually.
Vayu Turbo.
And Vayu Turbo, yeah, it's pretty good there too. Light Prisonings for Lightsworn. Mind Crush, this is for Dragon Turbo, but then also Lightsworn. Plunge for Frogs, and then 2 Dust Radiance.
For any deck?
Just for any deck that plays any deck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to win this pod with the Cat Synchro deck. I do miss that deck a lot, and I hope more people are going to be playing that.
I hope we can revive it.
Yes, the revival of the cats.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you for being a cat member of the Society of Rescue Cat Enjoyers.
Yeah,
and I hope to see you
thanks.
more in the future.
Yeah, thanks.